Welcome to Packrafting Fundamentals. In this video we're going to look at what we carry in our bag for a day's packrafting on lakes.
What a beautiful spot, and I'm really looking forward to getting on the water. But while we're here, let's take the opportunity to chat through some of our gear choices for a day's packrafting on inland lakes. Let's get some of this gear off. So this is an Amphibio Delta MX. It's quite a large pack raft. It'll carry 160 kilos. It weighs 1.8, and as you can see, it packs up fantastically small. It's a sort of 1.5 person raft, if that makes sense. In that, you know, you get an adult and a child in it. Or for me, I like it because it can carry loads of weight. So great for sort of longer journeys, and it's a bit faster on the water. So let's have a little look what I've got in my bag. So the first thing I've got here, these are my wet shoes and neoprene socks. They're in a dry bag. I keep them in the dry bag, you know, from early in the day when I've been paddling. They're all wet, and so if I put them near my kit, then it's going to make them all soggy. So I keep them in there. And I use this dry bag for my shoes and socks, and my shoes will often be dirty, so rather than getting the two all covered in mud, I just turn the bag inside out when I put my shoes in, and then I turn it the other way when I put my neoprenes in. So I just got that lightweight dry bag there. Let's just tuck that under there for now. Okay. So shoes and neoprene socks. Okay. Inside my bag, I've got a dry bag, and this is a really good quality dry bag. It's TPU lined, so it's the same material as the raft, and the great thing about this is when I seal it, even air won't leak in or out of it. It's going to stay full, so I can fill it with air if I need it, or I can get all the air out, and that's how it's going to stay. So really good quality dry bag. Next, I've got my waterproof trousers. One thing you'll notice when you're pack rafting is, especially in an open raft, you're going to get drips off your paddle. Sitting still in a boat for, you know, an hour or so, maybe longer, your legs aren't going to be doing any work, and so if they get wet, they'll get cold. So keep your legs dry is a really good tip. I've got a first aid kit, again in a good dry bag, a towel, my electronics kit. So this is in an absolutely bomb-proof, waterproof bag. I've got a battery charger, head torch with batteries, and the connectors for phones and things. A raft repair kit, and this is in a hard tin. The reason I carry it in a hard tin is because I've got a small screwdriver for paddle repairs and Allen key, a couple of lightweight Allen keys and things like that in there. Carrying it in a soft pouch, I found that with my bag being squashed and bashed around, it was damaging other kit, so it goes in that aluminium tin. My food for the day. This is my hypothermia kit. So in here we've got a down sheet and a couple of foil blankets, so we can wrap up really warm if we get immobilised, you know, injured. We need to hunker down. Again, it's in a really good quality dry bag. A group shelter. This is a 4-person group shelter, and it's great even with less people. You can just get it up, get out of the wind and the rain. So again, in an emergency, that's great. And here at the bottom, I've got my spare clothes. Again, all these items are all packed in good quality dry bags. In here I got a really good thin sillet jacket. I choose thin sillet over down normally because when it's wet it still has insulating properties, where down isn't anywhere near as good. And this Keeler jacket is absolutely great. It's lightweight, good hood on it, and nice and warm. So I've got that in there. And apart from my undies and socks, which you don't need to worry about seeing, I've got some fleece leggings as well. Today I'm not carrying a dry suit, and I've made that judgment because given the weather conditions, I'm more than happy in these conditions with the forecast today in terms of the wind and things like that and the water. But you know what? There's always a chance I can capsize. And so if that happens, my actions are going to be obviously to get to shore. I then got a towel to get dry. I can get into my group shelter, get my wet clothes off, wrap myself up in the hypothermia wrap if I need to just kind of get a bit warmer, and then get changed into my dry clothes, get some calories on board, and then get moving again to keep generating heat. So that's my plan. That's my plan if I take a dunk today. Let's push that down in there and have a look in the lid. So in the lid of my bag, I've got some pogies. I love these. They're designed to fit over a paddle. So the paddle shaft goes through here, so I can hold the paddle. But I also use these on land as well. They'll pull back, so I can do my map reading or anything I need to. I need to use my, be dexterous. But then I can fasten them back up again and keep warm. So I don't need to carry 2 sets of over mitts on land. I use these as well for both. And I've got this big ultralight dry sack. The best way for you to understand what that's for is to show you. So we're going to do that in a little bit when we get ready to go on the water. Well, that's a great big ultralight dry bag there. Last pocket then. So I've got my map and compass. It goes without saying that over land or on large bodies of water, I need the tools to be able to navigate. This map's in a waterproof case, and I got a compass and some pacing counters along as well. So there you go, a little bit of navigation kit. Next, this is my drinking kit. I've got a Sawyer inline filter I've put an extended tube and a bite valve on it. The idea is I can just drop it in the water, whether I'm in the boat or out on the hills, and just drink through the bite valve. So there's my drinking kit. I guess not really essential at this time of year, but a midge net. I hate midges, they send me crazy. And I like to be able to concentrate to make sure I do everything properly before I get on the water. And having the little blighters biting me just doesn't help me do that. So my midge hood is always in my bag, irrespective of the time of year. And that's an overview of what's in my bag. I guess the last thing to mention is the bag itself. This is made by Exped. It's a 30-litre bag. It's got a zip to give a nice big wide opening. As you see, it's carrying all my kit for a day, including my boat, and the paddle's mounted easily on the side. But yeah, it's a great little bag, fully waterproof as well. So that's my gear all back in my bag. I'm just going to get my gear on now, my waterproofs, things like that, my wet shoes, and then we'll look about prepping our boat to get on the water.